Hello everyone, I'm Cooper Johnson. I'm the Voice User Experience Designer, also known as the Lead Conversation Designer at GridSpace, which is a company in Los Angeles where we make voice technology powered by machine learning and artificial intelligence. So today what I want to talk about is a very helpful tool, technique, and technology that's generally under the umbrella of conversational AI called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. And I want to explain it for the layperson today, that is to say the non-engineer, because I find that when we're doing RAG, when we're using RAG, we want to keep the layperson in mind at all times. So let me explain what I mean by that. So RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, in short means that we're going to give a virtual agent powered by large language models a repository of information. You could think of it as a quick start guide for how to do the job that we're sending the agent to do, or a FAQ list of questions that we expect a lot of people talking to the agent to ask, or maybe it's just some deep information, some real deep cuts that might come up, and it would be really amazing if the virtual agent can answer confidently and correctly if that question ever comes up, once in every 1,000, 10,000 conversations, or it could be some combination of 2 or 3 or all of those things. So how it works is a human being is having a conversation with our conversational agent. At GridSpace, that's going to be with Grace, who is our virtual voice agent. And something outside the bounds of the structured conversation that we've set the agent to do comes up in chat from the human being. What hours are you going to be open that day? Do you close for such and such holiday? What's the address? Just little information that maybe was going to come up later in the conversation anyway, but a human being wants to know and deserves to know right away. That will not be part of the structured conversation, but it's part of the context of the conversation. So what we do is the system that the agent runs on will ping this repository of information, the knowledge base. It will say, I got stumped, let me go look and see if I know it here. And we set up our knowledge base so that it's very human readable. It's not in some code or near pseudocode language. It's just written out like a human being would want to see it organized if they were looking for a quick answer in some new information that was completely novel to them. So that's 2 reasons why we keep the layperson in mind. We want the information that the bot, the virtual agent, has access to be very human readable so that when the agent pulls it, it's in a general format that is going to be understandable to a human being as the agent rephrases and relays the information. But also, we want to imagine that someone who is new to the job of answering the phone for a company, it's their first day on the job, if they immediately get stumped on a call with their first human being, first conversation of the day, and they need information fast, they're going to want to see a document that's orderly with nice headings for information types and subheadings, maybe even bullet points, so it's super easy to read and super easy to find the information that we need. So if we've done those things, keeping both the receiving human being, who just needs information in a non-confusing way, and giving the LLM-powered virtual voice agent the easiest time finding the information, we're going to have great success in our conversations. So our virtual agent will not be stumped if someone comes at the agent with a very relevant question that is just outside the bounds of what absolutely needs to get said during the conversation, or if we want our agent to be extremely knowledgeable, reaching deep into the archives to pull out some obscure but ultimately relevant information. To summarize, RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, is the ability of a virtual agent to, when posed with a side topic, to go and pull that information out of a set of documents or a website that we've given it to. So that way we know that our virtual agent, firmly putting up a stop saying, I'm sorry, I don't have any information on that, rather than give bad information, our virtual agent will actually be able to go and get true and accurate information that's pre-approved and relay it as needed to a human being. And then after that information has been relayed, if the human doesn't have yet another question, we'll jump back into the normal flow of the conversation until such time that we need to retrieve more information to generate a response. So this is a big differentiating technology in the current era of AI-powered virtual agents. Unthinkable back when we were doing purely rules-based agents not so many years ago now, and a really, really powerful upgrade to the quality of conversations that virtual agents can provide. If you're interested in where RAG fits in broadly speaking to the overall thing that a virtual agent is, check out our other video on what are virtual voice agents and what is conversation design. Those will be linked below. And if there's any topic today that you really want to know more about, that I spoke about but didn't get quite deep enough into, or anything that just particularly engages your interest, leave a comment. We're always happy to talk.